Hello guys, it's Paula and we're back to work on this Valentine book from Chic. I'm on that design team and I've had such a good time doing it. I hope you guys have had fun working on yours. I had no idea I'd have so much fun. So just a little FYI to you, if you haven't done one yet, you need to run over. I don't know if there's any left of these, but next month, and get involved. It's so much fun. It's challenging. And, it's fun to watch each other's videos, and I just love it. Okay, so I don't know where I'm at in here. I just kind of laid a bunch of stuff out because I'm getting down to the nitty gritty. This is going to, like I said, is going to be the last video for this month. And I'm going to flip through it at the end also. So we're going to glue this down, and I'm going to step behind me and get a new thing of glue. I just forgot to do that. Okay. After this, I've got some stuff planned for us. I'm going to tell you what it is, but I will let you know that we're going to have some fun. Okay, so it's been kind of crazy lately. Even today, I took a fall this morning. I had planned on doing several videos today, but it wasn't a horrible fall. Luckily, it wasn't on my surgery. My new hip was on the opposite hip, which needs surgery already. Planning on having that surgery in April, but boy, I didn't hit hard, but I hit hard enough that I'm losing out of my glue there. I hit hard enough that I knew I couldn't get up, and my husband, it was close to lunchtime. So I call him at work and I said, luckily I had my phone with me. And I said, honey, are you on your lunch hour? And he said, no, not quite yet. And I said, well, I need you to come home and help me get up. I couldn't get up. I mean, not only because of my hips, but because of I've had 5 big knee surgeries, and needless to say, you can't get up on your knees. When you've had that many, you just can't. You can't get yourself up. You can't. It's awful. But anyway, so he came home, and it took us 30 minutes, but we finally got me up. So embarrassing. I don't believe I even told you that just now. But, you get to the point in your life where you think, oh my gosh, But anyway, so I'm just putting these roses in here to cover this page. I'm not doing anything fancy with them. And I wanted to do that because I don't know if you guys are like most women. You either get roses or jewelry. I expect jewelry at this age. No, I didn't expect it. We actually hardly ever even buy for each other anymore. I don't know about you guys. I make cards, and I told my husband, I said, don't you dare buy me a $6 or $7 card, because nope, I don't want that. I know what it takes to make a card, and you sure don't have to spend that kind of money. So I didn't used to be that way, but now that I do cards, when I want to send somebody a card, I do it. So anyway, so there's that. I just wanted that not in the middle of the book, but it's in there. It's nothing fancy, but it just reminds me of the roses, and it kind of reminds me of my mom. Okay, so now I have another page over here that's gonna it's just gonna be a little pocket, and nothing fancy, just a little pocket, little hearts and little Valentine kiddos. A little kissing booth. I think there's a little kissing booth in one of these. It's just really cute Valentine paper that I had in my stash. It was actually in my scrap drawers over on the other side of the room. And I just thought, well, I'm going to go see what I got. And I made, last year, I'm going to do a pocket with hearts. And then we're going to take these little lips. Aren't they cute? That open out and give you kind of a hidden place, and put them right here. Anyway, last year I made 5 or 6, maybe 6 or 7. And then I had a couple left over I sewed this year. And they were so cute. Such cute little journals. So I'm putting this in the corner here. And I'm doing these very quickly so we can finish this book up, because I've been writing things on a piece of paper, and I want to come back through here and fill out my book. Okay, there we go. So I made a couple tags. There's nothing to it. It's just a couple little tags, and I'm going to take this ribbon. Look at them. Aren't they cute? Look at this little girl. She's sweet. Are you guys able to see? Okay. Thought for a second I wasn't even in camera. I tell you, I've got to rearrange my desk because sometimes I feel like I'm in camera and then I'm not. It's crazy. Okay, so I'm going to put some pretty see-through ribbon through these, because it has like these flat little punch toes that I put in them. And I'm just going to tie a pretty knot. You know, I never tie bows anymore. I mean, I can tie bows, but it takes me too long on camera. So I'm in the floor waiting on my husband. Here we go again. Waiting on my husband to come pick me up. Pick me up literally out of the floor. And I'm sitting on this hard. What happened was I spilt a little bit of orange juice. And it wasn't even that much, but it covered it. I mean, it covered me, okay? And it was, I have a glass mat. One of those big heavy-duty glass mats that is under me. And I just tossed a jacket, an old worn-out jacket that I just use when I get cold. And I don't know, I might want to put that one in here. We'll see. We'll let it dry first. Anyway, let's do this. Let's put this on there. I threw that down to soak up the orange juice, you know, and I had my sewing machine. Pedal was down there, you know, a few things. And I was using my feet to, you know, pat it up and everything. And about that time, my feet slipped out from under me. And down I went. But I wasn't that high. By that time, I was kind of bent over a little bit, trying to do something I shouldn't be doing, my husband said. And so I got up, and I didn't get up. I just kind of sat there, and I called. My phone was with me for a change. I don't always have my phone with me. I said, honey, are you on lunch yet? He goes, no. And I said, I need you to be. I need you to come and help me get up. He goes, you did not fall on your hip, did you? And I said, no. He's always getting on to me because I try to clean things up, you know, that can cause issues. You know, like, I always put washi on my heart, on my, not my hearts, but I always put glue on my washi. Because otherwise, they just don't stay. You know how it works. Now, I'm going to put this across. This is the hardest thing to do. is to get this washi straight when you got a book that's not, it's all lumpy. Okay, now we're just going to kind of hold it and hope that it goes down without any problems. Hope we didn't hook any fibers off the page prior to this one. Yep, we're trying to. Right there. Let's get those out of the way. Okay, now I'm going to stuff that down in there real good. And then let's pull it out a little bit. It's like crazy getting this on here. Now I know where to cut it, and I can... Okay. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue under this washi, because it'll come off if I don't. Well, maybe not. It's on there pretty good. We'll just leave it, and if it comes off, I'll glue it at the time. Okay, now I wanted that at the top because I thought it would look kind of bare if we didn't have something. Now this one is going to get a red bow also. Or red knot, I guess I should say. But these little characters are so cute. Very 50s and retro. All right, we're just going to tie it in. And I love see-through ribbon on stuff like this. I ran out of my fibers, so we're using the red. Somebody's over here digging in something. I'm not quite sure what it is. There's no telling. Needless to say, she had a treat this morning. She had orange juice. Quite a bit of it for her little size. There, we'll just let that be that length. And if we decide we want to shorten it, we can. Okay, yeah, I think it needs to be this way, don't you? Now, we have all this cute little heart stuff going on. And I'm thinking, let me put this back in my glue so it doesn't dry up. If it isn't too late. Oh, no. Come on. Okay, she's eating her new toy to pieces. Okay, here's a little ticket that just basically says 1 free kiss, 2 for 5. And I just thought I'd kind of put it right there and glue it down right here. Just make it look like a little kissing booth. And then over the top of it, we'll put, let's do like this. Over the top of it, we'll put some of these little lips. Just one little set of lips right there. I think that's all I was going to put on this one. I need to make a clip to hold that back. So let's get a gold. What are you doing, Sadie? Sadie. No, no. You're eating your baby. Brand new baby, and you're eating your baby. Shame on you. Okay, so where is the other? There it is. Let me grab. Thought maybe I would have a bigger Sadie Rose. Shame on you. Shame, shame. And I just found a whole lot more fibers over here that I had. Isn't it funny what happens when you look around? Just excuse me for a minute. I got to get this from the dog. She's going to be eating cotton. Sadie. Shame, shame. Shame on you. Mama doesn't need to be bending over picking up cotton. Shame on you. Well, I didn't get it all, but we got her a little duck. She's going to get to where she gets no more toys, because what she does is she gets her toys and then she demolishes them. So I've decided that's the last stuffed animal she's getting right then, because she just chews the foot off, and then before you know it, It's history. Okay, I forgot what we were doing. We were going to tie a bow right here, but I saw some fibers over here, so maybe we can use those. Let me see. Here is this pink little fiber. Maybe we'll do it. I was just going to tie it on a clip because I like to, I don't know about you guys, but I like to clip those down. Those little side things. Let's see if we can get it to work here. It's so furry. These little things are hard to handle. Come on. There we go. And we've got a little clip here with some fibers. There's some if we need them. We don't have to use ribbon. And we just clip it on here. And it keeps it down so that if you want to have something private that you write, you can. So one ticket for one little situation here at the kissing booth. And there we go. So that was a pretty fast little, didn't know I had a pink ticket left, but that's all right. We don't have to have the pink tickets. We could have made a ticket pin, but that's what happens when you don't look in both your baskets, right? Okay, so there's that one. We're going to move on, see if I put anything in any of the others. I can't remember. You know, I just can't remember. Okay, let's see. Trying to remember what I had in mind. I kind of laid things around here. I'm trying to remember where I put stuff. I'm thinking right here is where I wanted to put this. I have this really cute floral tag, and I want to include it in here. And this bag was a little long, so what I did was I folded the bottom backwards. And so that's a good way to shorten your bags, just kind of an FYI. And then I just scotch taped it because I am going to just be gluing it down, so it doesn't have to be, you know, anything special. So let's go ahead and just glue it down. And I am not going to leave it open in the back. I just simply want it to hold this tag. Now I'm kind of going through, I'm kind of going through my book and where I have blank pages, because I don't do super long journaling. You know, I just don't. I don't have that much to say. If I had that much to say, you know, I'll write around the sides and everything else, you know, if that's the situation. And I'm going to get my hole punch. And I just want this to be a regular hole punch. So nothing fancy. You'd think by now I would know how to punch this thing without any problem. But I don't. And I forgot to ink this. So I'll do that real fast. I mostly like to get the cut line. That way it's not so white, stark white. Okay, now, whoops, we got something sticking up here, so let's glue that down. Let that glue for a second. And then this is going to go in here, but let me see. I don't think the fibers that we had are what I want. Let's see. Let's use this. It'll look better than, it's kind of a dressy tag. I don't think the red and white stripe will look good with this tag. Right? Okay, so we're just going to tie it in a knot just like we did those other two a minute ago. Okay, come on. All right. So let's see. Yeah, there we go. And we're just going to slide that in. Now, I do want to put this last glittery heart here. On the front of the glassine bag. Let me see, do I want to put, how about we put this gold one in the middle? Let's put the gold right there. And it's puffy, and it's going to make our book bulky, but I don't care because it's for me, right? I just want it where I can do whatever I want with it. Now up here, I feel like we need something because we have this stripe. Now I have this, which is too wide. And so I think instead we'll do like this floral. It has little butterflies in it too. So I'm going to cut this first part off. It looks kind of wrinkled. I know we don't have butterflies on this page. You know what? That's the wrong one. That's not the one I wanted to use. This is the one I want to use. Just this pink. Just these pink floral. Let's get it off of here if I can get it to... Well, where is the end? Sadie has a tendency of when I'm on video, she knows. And she will, if I don't put her in her crate while I do a video and I just give her freedom, she does stuff like that. Just tears up a toy or whatever. It's like you're not paying attention to me. You're talking to somebody that's not in the room. It's like she knows or something. I don't know. Silly dog. Anyway, that's her last toy like that. I tell you, I keep saying it every time. But she, you know, she does it every time. I mean, we got her toys at Christmas. They didn't last any time. Now, I think she's going on 2 that she would be past the point of demolishing her toys. You would think, right? It's not true. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this down pretty low because I want it to be kind of even with the top of this other side. There we go. All right. All right, so that's basically that page. What else did I have? I wanted to do the last decoupage. Let me move this out of the way. We're going to do an envelope with this last old vintage doily, not doily, but old vintage napkin that she had in the kit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out a glue pad here, and we're going to just basically see if we can decoupage over this doily. You think we can? We're not going to use Mod Podge. We're just going to use the blue glue that does fade, so it won't stay blue. So this little heart, I inked it a long time ago thinking I was going to use it, never used it, and I thought, well, we need to use it because it's already been inked, which really I wished I hadn't have, you know. Now I'm going to move this paper off because I don't want to get everything that color. Now I don't want to rip this. So I'm not going to hit it with a lot, and we can hope and keep our fingers crossed that it doesn't tear because there's only one on the napkin. You know, back in the older, well, see, I just pulled a little bit off right then. Back with the older napkins, you didn't get a lot. You know, it just kind of, and it's going to cover up most of the doily, and that's okay. And she's at the door like she needs to go now. I just took her out right before my video. She's trying to irritate me. If she is, she's doing a good job, you know. Okay, so I think what we can do is we can tear the edges off of that so it doesn't look so stark on the edges. This, I don't think it looks as good if you don't use your Mosh Posh. I'm kind of partial to that. A lot of people don't agree, but I think it looks better if it has. You don't run the risk of it getting all torn up as much. Like, see, that's just coming apart right there. So I'm just going to pull that off in that one section. Now, I've watched people who do this and then go back over it with a napkin. But see how this is already trying to come up right there? Let's gently see if we can. Now she's going to tear up another one. She's come and got another one. Little stink pot. Okay, so we're not going to do any more to it than that because I don't want to run a risk of, you know, if it doesn't stick together, I'll toss it. But chances are it'll be fine. Now, I'm going to move that out of the way and see what we can do now. Now, I just kind of journaled, I kind of covered the backs of these so they could be journaling cards inside. So this is where these will live, inside, and then we'll clip this over one of the pages. Which page is the question, right? I'm thinking this is where I wanted to put it, but I like to make sure what's on the other side before I do. And this is fine. So let me get another pen. I thought I had some bigger pens. And as it turns out, we've used them all. So we'll just use the little ones. They work just as well. Okay, now I'm going to get this same stuff here. This fluffy stuff. Well, good grief. Have you guys gone over and checked out the other design team people? There's some really good ones. You get some great ideas. Okay. If you go to Lynette's channel, Chic, she has them listed down in her description underneath her videos. Finally, I didn't think that was ever gonna cooperate. So this is gonna go right here. Right now I'm gonna clip it to the side, but yeah, right there. Now we have this to put in here somewhere. I'm trying to just do the last minute things now. I don't want to put anything there. Let's go back here. We may have some that needs something back here. All of this is kind of blank. Let's put this right here. All right, and this is just going to need, this is Lynette's tag that she stamps one for every kit. This one says, "Be Mine." Sadie? She's asking for it. I'm just saying, I can hear her digging on the couch. Sadie, get down. Sorry, guys. I'm going to strangle my dog when this is over. Not really, but she didn't have to know that, right? So let's go ahead and put what's left of this in here, because I love this. Adds a little bit of pink. Let me see how much time we've got. Oh, we're doing great. We're only 30 minutes in here. What do you mean? That's unusual, huh? Okay, so we are going to put, because we're down to the very end of what we need to be doing here. I wonder if we want to put this in the back. Or do I have something else to put back there? I don't know. I really want to go ahead and just do it right here, I think, because we have kind of a bare spot. It feels like a bare spot. And then I'm just going to kind of go along to the empty pages and just put a little something there. You know, like, just so the page doesn't look bare whenever I journal. And I'm putting this glassine bag right here. This is going inside. Where did my little heart go? Here it is. This says, you hold the key to my heart, basically, is what it's saying. Okay. I was glad I found these little hearts. I don't even know where I got them. I think I had them from a long time ago. But it's funny how things just pop up out of nowhere, huh? Think you're never going to use them, and then there they are. Because a lot of times people will just toss and throw things away, and it's not always smart, huh? I'm talking to myself, of course. Okay, now let me look here and see what else. I think I'm going to put a few little gems on here. Little pink ones. Whoops. Okay, we'll put one more. I like odd numbers. Where do we want to put the other one? That's the question. Don't really want them all on the heart. Let's put it down here. Trying to see if we used all of the lips, because the lips have to all be used. Okay, there's that. Now, we have a lot of little hearts around, too, that I don't know if I'm going to stick those everywhere. Let's see what else we've got. Let's let that dry. And we'll move around and see what's next. Oh, I forgot about this part in the back here. What do we do with this, right? We do have a pink little bag. But what do you put in it, right? Let me look and I can tell you. Oh. We forgot about some of our little cards. Look how cute that is. We'll put that on the front of that. I'm going to put this down. I don't know yet what's going to go in it, but we'll come up with something. But I know what's going to go in front of it. I want to put this little heart, this little couple on there. Okay, we probably need to put a little bit of brown ink. I started to use red and pink, and then I didn't dig it out, so it was too late. Cute, cute. Cute little couple. Now what? Now what do we want to put in there? We'll have to come up with the tag. I know we've got several here that we haven't used. I always love to use these little tags. So let's let this dry first. It's not wanting to flatten out. The card isn't, for some reason. We'll give it a minute. Let's see. While I'm doing that, I'm going to look for something else. We've got that. We've also got this cute little Valentine, which we haven't used a Valentine in here. Let me look. We've also got this I love you. It's amazing what you can find when you start digging, huh? Trying to think of what to make a tag out of. I'm digging. Okay. Here's another little Valentine. We'll have to do something with them. But on this one, we're going to wait until it dries. I am going to put that right there, I think. Maybe. It's so bulky. And I think that let's put the flower there. I think this is going to be bulky too. But I think we'll go toward the back of the book. Well, good grief. I just slid that around. You know, when you put the cards in, you really need to sand them. Sand them, the surface down, because they don't do well taking glue. And normally I would have done that, but I got lazy. So we'll see if it ends up staying. If it doesn't, we'll figure out something. I'm trying to bend it up a little bit so it will take on the shape of the bag. There, that looks a little better, doesn't it? Okay, we have another card, but I don't think I'm going to use it. I thought we'd go back here and maybe put the little, maybe use this little Valentine for sure. She's so cute. Got to have a real looking Valentine, right? And she may just be back there with a lot of different hearts or something. And right now, I'm just sticking stuff down because, as I said, I have a bunch of stuff left. And I had more in my stash than I realized for Valentine's Day. Isn't it funny how you think you don't have anything and then you do? Let's put her right here in the back. It says, "Hi, doll, let's be Valentines." Well, we have a little poodle here. It's the wrong color, but it does have its mouth full of something. Who does that remind you of? Okay. I'm looking to see if there's anything I don't want to use. I do want to make sure I use that's not. Put these little hearts down. No, I don't want to do that. Let's see what else she needs. She doesn't necessarily have to have anything else. Let me put the glue stick back in. Okay, let me go back this way. I think I'm going to put these lips with this couple. Okay, and now I think we're going to do a flip through, because I think we're at the point that we can do that and don't have to do an extra video. So yeah, this has been a fun journal. All right, this is going to go in here, and this little girl's going to go in here, maybe. Yeah, I'm going to ink her and put on the back some journaling space. And yeah, I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way so we can have some room here. Let me move some of this stuff. Now, put that right there. A lot of things that I didn't get to use. But what I usually do, just kind of a heads up, I take anything, any fibers I have left over, I take them into my next month. And any bags, anything like that, I take and put into my next month. And if I need them, put up the washies. Get all this stuff out of the way. Okay. Maybe that's as decent as we're going to get right here. Let me make sure you can see. It's kind of closed up here. Now this, I think, may be the largest I've done. No, I really don't think so. But it doesn't matter. Whew, I'm popping off my heart in the back. I'll fix it. So yeah, if you haven't participated in any of Lynette's journals, go do it. It's so much fun. I love doing this. I can just do this every day. So it's Cheaply Chic. I'll link her below so you can find her Etsy shop. Her YouTube is the same name, and she's been around for a long time. You'll know who she is. And she makes these great journals every month for us all to have fun decorating and watching each other's videos. Okay, so here is the flip through. I'm sure you guys know exactly what's in here. This here is just my library pocket, and the name of the book is Cherish. And so I had this definition and this stamp, so I used it. And Lynette always gives you a tag. And yeah, and I just did a bag here. I always usually do that first thing because I like to flip out the bags. And I added some dangle down here with some gold bling. And so that's the first page. And then here we did some decoupaging. It's not my favorite page, but I did add Happy Valentine's there. I don't know, something about it just wasn't my favorite page. Do you ever have pages like that? Okay, and then we're going to have some blank pages. This was the dressier wedding looking like page. Okay, and Lynette did a shaker, and it made me want a shaker, and I love the way she did it. And I got mine crooked. Hers is nice and straight, so go check hers out. And these are vintage cards here I stitched around and put a big lip right here and a bird on top and a glittery heart. And this is the decoupage we just did. I'm not going to take it apart. You just saw it. It has 2 Valentine's journaling cards in it. And that's an old napkin. And it turned out pretty good for me to just glue it down, I guess. Here is a little bit dressier tag. And I added this gold tag onto the glittery tag. Added some washi. Just put these flowers in the middle because what's Valentine's Day without flowers, right? Here's half of a dolly that goes throughout the book. I made a heart tag there. Wooden veneer. I just put glitter paint on it. It's actually a glitter pen is what it is. Made a pom-pom ball up on the top because Lynette did, and I hadn't thought of that, and it was a great idea. Here's a tag I already had made from some dollar thing. I was able to get it for like $1 a long time ago. These are vintage cherubs here. Add a little bows with those. I thought that was a sweet page. Added some rosettes. Here's the center where I put the big dolly from the kit and the flowers from the kit. I switched out the little gems in the middle. Here is the pink wallpaper, and I made a couple tags out of some of the pink stuff in my stash. Did 3 different roses and left those because I love to journal on those roses. And here is a cool red page. I love how this turned out with this red rose card. I just made it into a journaling card. Now this is a time card that's folded up in a pocket with some vintage trim. I fussy cut these flowers out, red flowers for the background. And here's some red vintage trim also with a bird and a veneer wood heart that I painted. Now this was like one of the first pages we did, I think. I used this blue tag, and I remember thinking, what are we going to do with that blue? But I've managed to find things to go along with it. I did a tuck over here and V for Valentine's and put the gold, added some gold and a ticket and this pink bird. And this is a cake toothpick. I just stuck it through that tag. And yeah, you just be surprised. You just start adding stuff, and before you know it, you've got all kinds of goodies. This is the kissing booth type characters. And so we just finished this page, so I'm not going to go into great detail. Go back over here, and here is this one. I'm going to add backing to this, and then I'll put it in the pocket. So I'll have a place to journal. But I think it turned out better. It's glued. It's finally settling down. This is like one of my very favorite pages. I've had so many of you tell me that. I did decoupage this, and I think it made a difference. And then I just added some old butterflies I had in my stash. They needed to be used, and this was the perfect home for them. And this came out of a digital that I have. I couldn't tell you who it is. This is a clip with a bow and a little heart right there. And then we've got an envelope with the big heart on the front. And I don't remember what's inside. There's a journaling card inside, I know. Here's 3 of these cool little hearts. And I love this stripe paper. So I just did up like layers here. We did a pocket. Then I did a white doily, a pink doily, and then one of these hearts. And then I just added some washi at the top, made a tag, and some journaling on the back. Yeah, it was fun. This comes out here. Makes for a nice long decorated page. And we just did this one, so I don't have to tell you much about that. And we just added this little girl at the end, which I think finishes it off great. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this this journal, because I know I did. This traveler's notebook, it was so much fun. And then it had the gold, has the gold seam binding, which you always have to have with your journals. I think it looks really good with the inserts especially, and that's what these are, is inserts for your